Welcome to this deep dive,
Okay.
and we're gonna
Deep dive.
we're setting sail along the River Seine, but
Nice.
forget those Eiffel Tower selfies for a moment
Yeah.
because we're going beyond Paris to uncover hidden gems and historical treasures.
Awesome.
Think of this as your insider's guide to experiencing the Seine, like a true Francophile,
Oui, la la.
our compass for this adventure. Take a fascinating journey through time along the River Seine, from the Love to Visit France, Substack.
Perfect.
A great article.
Yeah. So what's often overlooked is that the Seine is France's second longest river.
Mm.
It's easy to get caught up in the Loire's royal fairy tale,
Right.
but the Seine
Yeah.
is a powerhouse,
Yeah.
nearly twice the length of the Grand Canyon.
Twice the length of the Grand Canyon. Now, that's an image that sticks with you.
Right.
The article mentioned it stretches a whopping 780 kilometers,
It does.
all the way from Source Seine to Le Havre,
Wow.
where it meets the English Channel. And get this, its drainage basin covers almost 79,000 square kilometers.
It's huge.
It's no wonder they call the Ile-de-France region where the Seine flows
Yeah.
the heartland of France.
Yeah. And here's what makes it even more impressive.
Okay.
Much of the Seine is navigable.
Really?
Yeah. So you can
Imagine cruising down this magnificent waterway
wow.
near the English Channel,
Huh?
the Seine Maritime.
Yeah.
It's tidal.
Oh.
Perfect for larger vessels.
So that's how you get from the sea inland.
Exactly.
But how do you reach the heart of Paris, which is further upstream?
Right.
You can't just sail uphill, can you?
That's where the magic of canalization comes in.
Okay.
Picture this.
Okay.
A series of ingenious locks,
Uh-huh.
like watery elevators,
Wow.
that lift boats up to the level of the river in Paris.
No way.
It's a marvel of engineering,
wow.
allowing you to seamlessly travel from the bustling port of Le Havre
Uh-huh.
all the way to the City of Lights.
Uh.
Okay, you're painting quite the picture here. I'm already imagining myself aboard a charming riverboat,
Yeah.
gliding through those locks,
Uh-huh.
and eventually arriving in the heart of Paris.
Right.
It'd be like stepping back in time.
And the adventure doesn't have to end there.
What?
The Seine continues to be navigable further upstream
No!
towards the famed regions of Champagne and Burgundy.
Oh my goodness.
Picture yourself meandering through picturesque vineyards,
Yeah.
sipping world-class wine as you go.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's what I call a luxurious river cruise.
Okay, you've convinced me.
Right?
Sipping world-class wine while cruising through the Burgundy countryside.
Yes.
That's going straight to the top of my must-do list.
I know, me too.
But before we get too swept away by those vineyards,
Right.
the article mentioned a stop that piqued my interest.
Okay.
Troyes.
Uh-huh.
What's the story there?
Troyes is a bit of a hidden gem,
Okay.
tucked away in the Aube department.
Mhm.
It's known for its remarkably well-preserved medieval architecture. Think cobblestone streets, lined with half-timbered houses, practically untouched since the Middle Ages.
You're making it sound like a real-life fairy tale village. It sounds like the perfect place to wander, get lost in the charm,
Yeah.
and maybe stumble upon a cozy cafe for a pain au chocolat.
Right. Speaking of quintessential Parisian experiences,
Yeah.
the article highlighted the big bus Paris hop-off tour
Uh-huh.
with an optional river cruise.
You know, I have to admit, I'm a sucker for those hop-on, hop-off buses.
Oh, yeah.
They're cheesy, but they get you to all the main sites.
They do.
And a Seine cruise. Come on.
Oh, it's classic.
That's Parisian Romance 101.
Yes.
But this deep dive is all about going beyond the obvious.
Right.
What else did the article suggest for those hidden gem seekers like myself?
Well, if you're craving breathtaking natural beauty,
Yeah.
the Around the Web section suggests cycling around Annecy.
Oh, wow.
Imagine yourself surrounded by the mesmerizing blue waters of Lake Annecy, with the French Alps towering in the background.
Sounds like a postcard come to life.
It is.
And a bit more physically challenging than my usual city strolls.
Maybe a little.
Maybe I'll need to train for that one.
It's worth it.
But I do love the idea of contrasting the Parisian hustle and bustle with some peaceful, natural beauty.
Yeah.
What else caught your eye?
For a touch of luxury,
Ooh.
the Galeries Lafayette in Paris is a must-see.
Okay.
It's basically the epitome of high-end shopping,
Yeah.
housed in a stunning Art Nouveau building.
Oh, wow.
Imagine yourself strolling through those grand halls,
Mm-hmm.
maybe treating yourself to a designer handbag or a piece of French couture.
Or maybe just some delicious macarons from the gourmet food hall. A girl can dream, right?
Of course.
But seriously, this Around the Web section is like a curated travel magazine.
It is.
We've got something for everyone, like a magical end of December event called the Festival du Merveilleux in Paris,
Uh-huh.
the reopening of the iconic Notre Dame Cathedral on December 8th, 2024, which is sure to be a historic moment.
Yeah.
For the cycling enthusiasts, they even mentioned the route of the 2025 Tour de France.
It's all there.
Something that particularly intrigued me was the mention of Poitou-Charentes,
Oh, yeah.
a region in western France known for its diverse offering.
Very diverse.
You've got stunning coastal landscapes,
Mm-hmm.
charming villages steeped in history,
Yes,
and even a futuristic theme park called Futuroscope.
you got it.
Okay, Poitou-Charentes is officially on the list.
Good choice.
But with all these incredible things to see and do,
I know, right?
one big question looms.
What's that?
How much time do we actually need for this French adventure?
Good question.
Luckily, the article tackles that very question in its From Social Media section.
Oh, okay. And it offers some practical advice
Okay.
for hitting the main highlights like Paris
Uh-huh.
and maybe a quick trip to the Loire Valley.
Yeah.
1 week is a decent starting point.
Okay.
But if you really want to savor those regional specialties,
Mm-hmm.
explore those hidden gems.
Yeah.
And just soak in the French lifestyle at a more relaxed pace.
I like that.
2 weeks would be ideal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Of course, it all depends on your interests and travel style.
This is where the fun begins.
Exactly.
What kind of trip are you envisioning?
Oh.
Would you go for a whirlwind week hitting all the iconic spots,
Uh-huh.
or would you spread it out?
Yeah.
Maybe rent a car and really get off the beaten path.
I would definitely rent a car.
You know me, I'm all about those off-the-beaten-path adventures and authentic experiences,
I know.
but maybe a mix of both.
Yeah.
A few days in Paris to soak in the iconic sights,
Uh-huh.
then venturing out to experience the charm of Troyes,
Yes.
perhaps a scenic cruise along the Seine.
Excellent choices.
Yeah.
But before we get carried away with itinerary planning,
Okay.
let's shift gears and dive into the Seine's rich history.
Okay. I'm ready for that.
All right, let's do it.
We've been dreaming of charming villages and vineyard-lined cruises.
I know, right?
But the Seine is more than just a pretty picture. It's a river that's flowed through centuries of French history,
Absolutely.
witnessing both triumphs and tragedies.
Think about it.
Yeah.
The Seine has flowed through some of the most defining moments in French history.
Wow.
From the Roman Empire
Okay.
to the French Revolution,
Yeah.
this river has seen it all. It's like a liquid time capsule,
Yeah.
carrying the echoes of the past.
Okay, let's unpack this. Give us
Wow.
some historical context.
Sure.
What kind of events are we talking about?
Well, for starters, the Seine was a vital artery during Roman times.
Okay.
It was a key trade route
Mm-hmm.
connecting Paris,
Sure.
or Lutetia as it was called back then,
Right.
to the rest of Gaul and beyond.
Wow.
Imagine those ancient Roman barges laden with goods
Yeah.
making their way up and down the river.
So even back then, the Seine was crucial for commerce.
Oh, absolutely.
I can picture those Roman merchants bustling about,
Yeah.
striking deals along the riverbanks.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to think that the Seine has been a center of activity for so long.
Exactly. And as the centuries progressed, the Seine only grew in importance.
Right.
During the Middle Ages, Paris emerged as a major center of power and learning.
Okay.
The Seine was essential for its growth,
Yeah.
providing water for its inhabitants,
Right.
facilitating trade,
Mm-hmm.
and even serving as a defensive barrier.
Speaking of defense, I can't help but think about the Vikings.
Ooh.
Didn't they try to invade Paris via the Seine?
You're absolutely right. In the 9th century, Viking longships sailed up the Seine,
Wow.
attempting to plunder Paris.
No way.
Imagine the sight of those fearsome warriors clashing with the defenders along the riverbanks.
Oh, my goodness.
The Seine was a strategic point.
Right.
During numerous wars and invasions, the 100 Years' War between England and France
wow.
was another period of intense conflict,
Yeah.
with control of the river fiercely contested.
It's a reminder that even the most beautiful places have their own complex and sometimes turbulent past.
Right.
The Seine has witnessed its fair share of turmoil.
Indeed. And moving into more recent history,
Yeah.
the Seine played a crucial role during World War II.
Huh?
The liberation of Paris in 1944 saw Allied troops,
Mm.
including the brave French resistance fighters,
Right.
battling along the Seine's banks
Wow.
to reclaim the city from Nazi occupation.
So from Roman trade routes to medieval battles to 20th century liberation, the Seine has truly been a witness to some pivotal moments in history.
It has.
It's amazing to think about how much this river has seen.
And beyond these major historical events,
Yeah.
the Seine has also been a source of inspiration for countless artists, writers, and musicians.
Oh, of course.
Think of the Impressionist painters like
Mhm.
Monet and Renoir.
Right.
They immortalized the Seine's beauty on their canvases,
Yeah.
capturing the play of light on the water, the vibrant life along its banks.
And who could forget the literary giants who found inspiration in the Seine?
So many.
Victor Hugo, Hemingway, so many others
Yes.
have woven the Seine to their narratives,
Mm-hmm.
adding layers of meaning and emotion to this already fascinating river.
It's as if the Seine itself is a work of art, constantly evolving,
Right.
reflecting the changing moods and colors of the city and the countryside it flows through.
You know, it's funny.
Yeah.
We often think of the Seine as this romantic, picturesque destination,
Yeah.
but you're right. It's also a symbol of resilience and transformation.
Absolutely.
It's weathered storms,
Mm-hmm.
both literal and metaphorical,
Yes.
and continues to flow strong.
Precisely. And that, I think, is part of what makes the Seine so captivating.
Yeah,
It's not just a beautiful river.
right.
It's a living testament to the history, culture, and spirit of France itself.
We've talked about the Seine's historical significance, its navigability,
Yes.
and even its role as a muse.
Uh-huh.
But what about the people who live and work along its banks today?
Oh, okay.
How does the Seine impact their lives in the 21st century?
That's an excellent question and one that often gets overlooked.
Yeah.
The Seine is more than just a tourist attraction. It's an integral part of the daily lives of millions of people.
Give us some examples.
Okay.
How does the Seine weave itself into the fabric of everyday life?
Well, for one, the Seine is still a vital transportation route,
Okay.
particularly for cargo, barges carrying goods like grain, building materials,
Yeah.
and yes, even wine
Okay.
continue to ply the river's waters, contributing to the French economy.
So even in this age of high-speed trains and airplanes, the Seine is still a working river,
Absolutely.
a modern-day echo of those Roman trade routes we discussed earlier.
Exactly, and beyond commerce.
Yeah.
The Seine provides recreational opportunities for locals and visitors alike.
Oh, yeah?
Think about it.
Okay.
People enjoy walking, cycling, and having picnics along its banks.
Right.
There are boat tours,
Uh-huh.
river cruises,
Yeah.
and even floato restaurants and bars, creating a vibrant social scene along the water.
It sounds like the Seine offers a little something for everyone.
It does.
Whether you're seeking a peaceful escape from the city, a romantic evening out,
Yeah.
or simply a place to connect with nature. The Seine has it all.
And speaking of nature,
Yeah.
the Seine also plays a crucial role in the region's ecosystem.
Okay.
It provides a habitat for a variety of fish, birds, and other wildlife. There are ongoing efforts to protect and restore the river's biodiversity,
Right.
ensuring it remains healthy for generations to come.
So the Seine isn't just a scenic backdrop.
No.
It's a vital part of the natural world.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that even in the heart of bustling cities and historical landscapes, nature continues to thrive.
Indeed. As we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Okay.
it's important to remember that the Seine is more than just a river.
Yeah.
It's a symbol of connection, a thread that weaves together history, culture, commerce, and nature.
It's a living tapestry, constantly evolving, yet always reflecting the spirit of France.
Exactly.
And that's what makes it such an enduring source of fascination.
Right.
But there's another layer to this story.
Uh-oh.
The Seine faces challenges in the modern world.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Join us for part 3, where we'll delve into those challenges
Okay.
and the efforts being made to ensure the Seine's vitality for years to come. We've journeyed through time along the Seine, exploring its fascinating history and the impact it has on the lives of those who live and work along its banks.
It's been quite a journey.
But even an iconic river like the Seine faces challenges in the modern world.
That's right.
So despite its beauty and resilience, the Seine isn't immune to the pressures of human activity and a changing climate.
Unfortunately not.
Okay, let's get real here. What are some of the biggest threats to the Seine's health?
Well, one major concern is pollution.
Pollution.
Yeah,
Okay.
industrial discharge, agricultural runoff.
Right.
And even everyday litter
Yeah.
all find their way into the river,
Right.
impacting water quality.
It's a sad reality, isn't it, that even a river as iconic as the Seine is vulnerable to human negligence.
It is.
What kind of consequences are we talking about here?
Well, the consequences can be pretty far-reaching.
Okay.
Pollution not only harms the river's ecosystem, disrupting the delicate balance of life within it,
Right.
but it also affects the people who rely on the Seine
Yeah.
for drinking water and recreation.
So it's not just an environmental issue, it's a public health concern as well.
Exactly.
Are there any initiatives or policies in place to address this pollution problem?
Absolutely. There's been a growing awareness
Okay.
of the need to protect the Seine.
Uh-huh.
And thankfully, action is being taken.
Okay.
The French government, along with various environmental organizations,
Right.
has implemented stricter regulations on industrial discharge
Okay.
and agricultural practices.
That's encouraging to hear.
Yeah.
But it sounds like this is a problem that requires a multi-pronged approach. What about those everyday actions that we as individuals can take to help?
Individual actions are crucial.
Okay.
Every little bit makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Simple things like reducing plastic waste,
Yeah.
properly disposing of trash,
Right.
and maybe even participating in river cleanups
Yeah.
can have a real impact.
It's about being mindful of our actions.
Yes,
Even small changes in our daily routines can add up to make a big difference for the Seine.
I agree.
What about the bigger picture, the impact of climate change?
Right.
How is that affecting the river?
Climate change poses a significant threat to rivers worldwide,
Yeah.
and the Seine is no exception.
Right.
Rising temperatures can lead to warmer water,
Mm-hmm.
which affects aquatic life.
Okay.
Changing precipitation patterns
Right.
can cause more frequent floods and droughts,
Right.
disrupting navigation agriculture
Uh-huh.
and the delicate balance of the river's ecosystem.
So it's a multifaceted issue with both local and global implications. It sounds like tackling these challenges requires collaboration between governments, industries, communities, and individuals.
Absolutely, it's a team effort.
And the good news is that people are working tirelessly to protect the Seine's future.
Yes, they are.
Researchers are studying the river's ecosystem.
Uh-huh.
Engineers are developing innovative solutions for water management.
Mhm.
And everyday citizens are raising their voices to advocate for change.
It's inspiring to see.
It is inspiring to hear about all those efforts to ensure the Seine's vitality for generations to come.
Yeah.
It gives me hope that even in the face of these complex challenges, there's a collective determination to protect this iconic river.
I think that's the key takeaway from this deep dive.
What's that?
The Seine is more than just a river.
Yeah.
It's a symbol of resilience,
Mm-hmm.
a testament to the interconnectedness of nature and human society,
Right.
and a call to action to protect the precious resources we share.
So the next time you see an image of the Seine,
Okay.
whether it's a glittering Parisian nightscape
Uh,
or a sun-drenched countryside
Yeah.
vista,
Yeah.
remember the stories we've uncovered.
Right.
Remember its history, its challenges,
Mm-hmm.
and the ongoing efforts to ensure its vitality.
Good advice.
And remember that you, too, have a role to play in shaping the future of this iconic river.
We all do.
Whether it's through conscious travel choices,
Yeah.
supporting environmental initiatives,
Mm-hmm.
or simply spreading awareness,
Right.
your actions can make a difference.
They really can.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the heart of the Seine.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning,
Yes.
and keep those deep dives going.
Absolutely.